What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? My name is Jacques Bastien, and today we're going to talk about 10 ways to raise money to fund your business. So we're just going to jump straight into it. So whether you have a e-commerce business you want to start, or a blog, or you want to open up a wholesale shop, or whatever it is, I know that it's really important to find out ways to raise money for that company. So the first way we're going to talk about, way number one, is through traditional banks. A lot of people have done it. It's the commonly known way to raise money for your business. Timeline, it takes a long time from doing the forms, meeting different people, getting approved. It's harder to get approved. It depends a lot on your credit. But if you do get approved, it does turn out to be beneficial. 9 times out of 10, you need to have been in business for a certain amount of time to show some sort of revenue, that kind of deal. But traditional banks do still work. The second way to raise money for your business is through friends and family. Friends and family are, they're gifts and curses. Friends and family, the goods, obviously, they're friends and / or family, and they care about you and they want to support whatever you have going on. So that's a good thing. But negative side, you're waging your relationship with those people, your friends and or your family. So in the timeline for that, from when you go about it to receiving your money, depends. Sometimes it could take a day or two. Sometimes it could take a year. Depends on your aunts or uncles. So the third way to raise money to fund your business is getting a credit card. Now, a lot of us already have credit cards, and we have them for different reasons, whether it's personal, shopping, or whatever your addiction is. Mine is Blazers. But credit cards are actually an okay way to fund your business. Whether getting a credit card from a specific store that sells products that you need for your business, or just getting a general credit card and using it to cover your expenses. The benefits of credit cards are that they're easily accessible, easier to get approved for than the others. Difficulty is you're wagering your credit. That's the only thing. In timeline, it takes about 7 business days for your new credit card to actually come in. So the fourth way to raise money to fund your business is through funding, whether it's VC funding, venture capitalists, or angel investors. The way that works is, and it's something that was new to me when I first started my company a couple years ago, you have these guys or girls who have made it in life and they have an extra buck or two to give out. So essentially you're looking for, and this is the case for either VCs or angel investors. Long story short, based on your pitch and based on the kind of product you have, more popular if your product is tech. But if it's something that they can see themselves making money on, they'll give up a certain amount of money to you. The time I'd recommend raising money through VCs is probably if you're trying to raise a lot of money, like $500,000 and up. Anything lower, sometimes not even worth it. Timeline takes about 4 to 8 weeks from the process of pitching to the money's actually in your bank. So the fifth way to raise money is through crowdfunding. And your Kickstarters, your Indiegogos, and GoFundMes. So Kickstarter is a way to raise money with other people around who may support whatever you're working on. The thing about Kickstarter you have to keep in mind is that whatever product you're selling, you're raising money for on Kickstarter, it needs to be unique. We're talking about merging a phone and something unique. Yeah. You kind of can't just come in with a new pair of sneakers, just a different color, and call it a Kickstarter campaign. So timeline takes about 45 days, assuming your campaign is successful within 30 days. And then it takes about 15 days after that for Kickstarter or Indiegogo to send you your money afterwards. The sixth way is through peer-to-peer lending. One platform that I recommend highly for this is what is it called? It's Lending Club. That's what it's called. So Lending Club is a platform that allows peer-to-peer lending. So it's similar to Kickstarter and the VC a little in a way, because the way it's similar to Kickstarter is that it's regular people that is funding, and it's a bunch of people putting money together to fund whatever you want. And it's similar to VCs because I know that the people who's able to invest in your company or invest in the loan that you'd be getting from them, they have to be accredited. They have to make a certain amount of money. So it's similar to that process. And the timeline, it varies on how much you're trying to get and who's actually in it. But the way it works is a bunch of people who come together. Maybe one person say they'll put $2,000, maybe somebody will put $10,000, and eventually get to your goal, whether that goal is $15,000 or $25,000. The seventh way to raise money for your business is through side hustling. Whether you have a full-time job or whether you don't, side hustling is a great way. And what I mean by side hustling, I wrote an article about 10 ways to make money online today. I'll put the link below. But that article talks about 10 different ways that you can raise money, whether that's selling a skill that you have or starting a blog or something like that. Side hustling to make some side cash and then saving that to the side to fund your business or whatever you have going on. The eighth way, is through Invoice Advances or cash flow superhero savers or something like that. There's not, I don't know how to categorize this, but one platform that comes to mind is Fundbox. So Fundbox is a company that helps with companies who have cash flow issues. So, this works particularly when you're working with other businesses. So it's not like a B2C company that deals with consumers. So essentially companies that you have to give invoices to. And a lot of time, depends on the agreement, some invoices get paid out in 45 days or 30 days or whatever it is. So companies like Fundbox takes that invoice, say the invoice is $5,000. They'll give you that money up front and then you pay them back little by little. So the way to get approved, you have to have records of, I've been in business for X amount of time and I'm making sales, that kind of thing. The timeline takes just a couple of days from when you get approved to money being in your bank. It takes about 2 days for you to do that. So can't recommend them enough. The ninth way is through line of credit or online loans, but specifically from online providers. And this is like, we're not talking about your typical bank here. Online providers. One of them that comes to mind particularly is OnDeck, ONDECK.com. I'll put the link below. So OnDeck is a great platform for that, as they're similar to traditional banks because they'll give you loans or line of credit. The difference is they don't look at your credit as much as the banks do. And it is unique the way they take their money back. Sometimes they take a little bit of your bank account balance once a week or something like that. So I definitely recommend OnDeck. And OnDeck is good if you've already been in business and you have some record of how much money you've made or you have some record of collecting money. That's when a platform like that is good for, because that's what it takes for them to approve you. And the 10th last way to raise money to grow your business or just to start your business, whatever it is actually not raising money at all, which is bootstrapping. When I started my company a couple years ago, I didn't know that there were these options. So all I knew was bootstrapping. And, how do you bootstrap? Whether that's, moving out of your apartment and then moving into your parents' house for a few months so you can save the money that you're spending on rent to grow the company. Whether that's just doing whatever you need to do, whether that's hiring interns from a local university instead of trying to hire a full-time employee. Whatever you can do, and whether that's using social media more to market your product than trying to hire a social media company. So whatever you can do to basically save money, just through bootstrapping. Me and my friend, we looked at YouTube and found out how to build a wall. And it started from a wall, but we ended up building out the whole office that we had a couple years ago. Built a wall, did the carpets, did everything. So can't recommend bootstrapping enough. And at the end of the day, it's worth it because you're going to hustle a little more, but it will be worth it because you won't owe anybody any money. So there you go. 10 ways to raise money to fund your business. So keep asking me questions. Ask Jacques # or ask@jacquesbassin.com and I'll answer them. All right. Thanks for watching.